Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Did you ever imagine that cloning, this science technique that is the subject of many futuristic movies, was actually a practice that has been existing for quite some time in winemaking? So today we are going to discuss about cloning in winemaking. Is there really clones? Yes, it actually concerns vines, as those are not genetically stable and tend to mutate as time passes. Each vine produces different grape varieties that are in reality subtypes called clone. So basically cultivating vines is not done by planting seeds into the ground and waiting for them to grow. No, it is actually by cutting the existing ones and grafting them into rootstock. The variety grafted or the branch is called the scion. So why is it done this way? Well, because not all vines have the same quality. Through millennium of winemaking, humans realize this. And not only the climate, soil, etc. affect it. Indeed, evolution does too. Cloning of vines was discovered though quite late, in the 1920s. The aim was very simple. Let's take an example of two plots of vines with the same variety side by side, growing on the same climate, same terrain, same soil conditions, as well as receiving the same winemaker's care and the same vinification. Through the years, the winemaker notices that the wines from the plot A taste better than the wine from the plot B. He decided then to cut one of the vines from plot A and to grow vines in a new plot. Let's call it C. Vines in plot C are therefore a clone of plot A, and same goes with the variety. However, clones, even if generally identical to their mother vine, produces wine that may show differences in aromas and flavors. And also there is no guarantee that a great clone producing a great wine in certain area will do the same in another area. Terroir still has its importance. You can check our video about terroir if you want to learn a bit more about it. So this is why it is important for winemakers to choose to plant the right clones. Vineyards get their clones from nurseries, where scientists test and treat them prior selling them, for pest and other disease. There are however more than one clone per variety. In fact, for some varieties it exists hundreds of different clones. Those come with a specific code name, usually composed of letters and numbers. As it still remains challenging to request for a specific clone, vineyards worldwide usually have a mix of several clones, which allow them to produce wines with different complexity. Now that we have seen cloning in winemaking, let's quickly talk about the importance of rootstock. So as mentioned earlier, the scion or branch is grafted into a rootstock. But this rootstock doesn't have to be originally from the same variety of the scion. Indeed, most of the vines in the world are not growing from their own roots. The reason is that those rootstocks need to be resistant and tolerant to a certain soil, or pest, where they are planted. To illustrate the importance of rootstock, let's be reminded of the disaster that was brought with Phloxera, a root-eating insect back in the mid-1800s. The bug was originally coming from Northern America, wherein the vines were resistant to it. However, the European vines, or vinifera, are not. So when the American vines were brought to Europe for experiences, only those last ones resisted while the bug ravaged most of Europe's vineyards. Therefore, American rootstock started to be used and vines to be grafted into those rootstock. There are today different hybrids rootstock that are tolerant to specific soils. Rootstock selection is therefore very important in producing quality wine, with a specific research taste and complexity. Once again, I would like to show how difficult is the job of winemakers. Even from the root to the stem, a lot of work has to be done in order to produce quality wines. So we hope you enjoyed watching this video and see you next time for another wine video. Cheers! Cheers! Thank you for watching this episode and don't forget to subscribe, like and share.